You're tuning in to uselayradio.com. Our show is Sugar, Spice, and Everyday Rice, a show about Asian American identity and the issues in our API community. We have Alex here with us today as a musical guest. I would like to introduce him as a former Spring Sing winner and a very talented young man here in studio with us today. Would you like to introduce one of your songs that you're playing today?
Okay. This song is a cover. It's by Ellie Goudling. It's called Love Me Like You Do, and it's a little medley with also Kanye's song, Only One. You're the light, you're the night, you're the color of my blood. You're the cure, you're the pain, you're the only thing I wanna touch. Never knew that it could mean so much, so much. You're the fear, I don't care, 'cause I've never been so high. Follow me to the dark, let me take you past our satellites. You can see the world you brought to life, to life. So love me like you do, love me like you do. Love me like you do, love me like you do. Touch me like you do, touch me like you do, oh yeah. What are you waiting for? Fading in, fading out, on the edge of paradise. Every inch of your skin is a holy grail I've gotta find. Only you can set my heart on fire, on fire. I'll let you set the pace, 'cause I'm not thinking straight, yeah. My head is spinning round, I can't see clear no more. What are you waiting for? Love me like you do, love me like you do. Love me like you do, love me like you do. Touch me like you do, touch me like you do. Whoa. What are you waiting for? I'll let you set the pace, 'cause I'm not thinking straight, yeah. My head is spinning around, I can't see clear no more. What are you waiting for? Hello, Mari, how you doing? I know the storm ran out of rain, the clouds are moving. Yeah, I know you're happy, I can see it. Let's tell the voice inside your head to believe it. I talked to God about you, He said He sent you an angel. Look at all that He gave you. You asked for one and you got two. You know I never left you, 'cause every road that leads to heaven's right inside you. So I can say, hello, my only one. Just like the morning sun, keep on rising till the sky knows your name. Hello, my only one. No matter who you are, you're not perfect, but you're not your mistakes. Tell Nuri about me. Tell Nuri about me. Tell Nuri about me. Tell Nuri. down the yeah.
Hey, that was Alex.
So why don't we have them come into the studio and let's chat for a bit.
So, Alex, how did you get introduced to singing? Was it always a love of yours? Were you forced into it?
So as a kid, I loved NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. I think just like anybody else growing up in the 90s. And then I told my mom, I said, hey, I really want to be just like them when I grow up. And at that time, my parents don't have musical background. My mom played piano, but, they weren't really like professional musicians or anything like that. And so they didn't know too much about the industry. And so they threw me into dance class and they're like, you need to learn the fundamentals. And I'm like, what is, I'm like, 7 at the time. And I'm like, what does that have anything to do with being NSYNC? And she's like, they dance, so you need to learn the fundamentals before. And then so I took tap class. And then it wasn't until high school. I was in high school, and one of my friends, he plays guitar, and his brother is like a YouTube famous guy, but he played guitar, and I started singing. And he says, "Dude, you're really good." I'm like, "Wait, what?" Like my whole life, everyone has told me like I'm terrible, like I sound like really Asian, and they just don't like my voice. And I'm like, what does that mean?
Wow.
It's really discouraging. But I mean, you don't have as many idols in, I think, this ethnic group because there's not a lot of American, Asian, successful singers in the pop world.
And I want to say it's really inspiring because, like you said, there aren't that many Asian Americans represented in Spring Sing. And, okay, this might offend some people, but I thought it was interesting when I went on Yik Yak the night of Spring Sing to see what other people were saying. And people were saying that Spring Sing is basically Caucasian culture night. And that's how it feels sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's kind of how I felt. And I was like, well, we're really good at dancing, like our group. We won 6 years in a row for our talent show for dance, 5 years for song. And granted, we're not competing against like, big groups. But if you see now, like the dance community's full of Asians now. So and we're like, well, if we dance that well, we just got to get a couple of our singers, and I'm sure they would appreciate talent, or we hope they would, and they did. Sure enough, like UCLA is known for diversity, and though it's not diversified completely, like it doesn't mean we can't push the boundaries here. And so, yeah, why not inspire every day? Yeah, so that's how that started. Also, another fact I remember, I was in Bruin Harmony, and one of the guys on there, he was like the lead. I would say he's the lead singer. His name is On Nguyen. Shout out to On. You're probably not listening to this, but he is Asian, and he was in a fraternity, and he sang extremely, extremely well. That was the first time I was like, wow, I'm so inspired by just classical, like trained singers, and I was like, I'm tired of hearing people tell me that I sound, quote unquote Asian. I was like, we can still sound good. So that was another inspiring thing for me to kind of just get started and get self-confidence in this.
I really wonder what they mean by you sound Asian, because I grew up in the Bay Area, and definitely we speak differently than SoCal people, but I always thought, oh, it's just how my community speaks. But what does Asian mean? Because if I didn't have an Asian face, say I was like Caucasian, African American or something, but I still had this voice, would people still be saying the same thing? You speak Asian?
I speak Asian. Well, okay, so what's really hard about music and being a singer is that there's so many, critics, of course, and especially if you grow in a traditional Asian family, you got people who are like, you should do the 9-to-5 job, the stable income, and so this is not a social norm already in what I consider my culture. And so my best friend would tell me that. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I'm sorry, I just have like a prejudice against listening to, black and white people sing. It's just naturally. I'm like, what does that mean? And so as a singer, one of the things you practice is listen to yourself. And I think defining, I guess, Asian, I wouldn't define it, but they tell me that it sounds a little more nasally. I could kind of see that, but yeah. I still don't think that holds anything back. Like another thing that was inspiring is there's a huge Asian pop star. His name's Wang Leehom. I'm sure
Oh my gosh.
so everybody knows who he is in like the Asian culture. And if you ever watch his stuff, have you guys ever seen him sing English? Like he sings Chinese, right? He's a pop star. But if you see him sing English, he went to Juilliard. I don't know if that affected or not, but he sings like if you close your eyes, you cannot tell that, you know? So like I think the definition of singing Asian is just like in people's heads, I think, really. Like, you know, I think that's great that they have like something like The Voice where people don't get judged for their looks. I mean, I'm sure it's a little skewed, but you know, it gives a chance for people to showcase their voice before their looks.
Yeah, because when people say you sing Asian, what do they mean? Like William Hung sort of Asian, or like, do you mean like AJ Raphael Asian? There's so many different types of Asians out there. And let's go back a little bit and go a little bit personal. You mentioned that in Asian culture, it seemed like there was a push for the 9-to-5 job. In your experience, were your parents supportive of your choices, or had you have to push them a little bit for it?
So I mean, luckily, so I guess a more personal story. So I grew up very traditional. You know, grandparents speak Chinese and don't want me to go out too much, can sleep over, not the traditional American family. And then my parents got divorced. And so like, I think that American idea of a family, or Chinese idea of family kind of just broke from the traditional path. So I think they didn't lock me in after they got divorced. I think that kind of just like opened more doors for me to kind of do whatever I want. I had less of a leash, I guess, that you would think of an Asian parent would have. But I think it also helped that I grew up dancing my whole life too. So it wasn't just like you want to be an artist out of nowhere, you know? But I mean, even then I'm working like a 9-to-6 job, right? And my mom is supportive, but I think just with like the Asian background, they want things to be safe still, right? So like, I guess she still is like, until you have like a for sure plan or something, I think she still wants me to do a 9-to-6 job. So I can still see that pressure if that's what you're asking for. Yeah. So I used to dance professionally in industry, and I like know the choreographers that choreograph for these like big pop artists, and these people, you know, they're singers that they're just singers, and then they get thrown into the dance world, you know. And so what I really want to do is hone in on music while having dance as a background, so that both of them are more of a specialty, and I'm not dancing because it accompanies the singing, or singing because it accompanies the dance. I want to really, you know, love both. And I think that hopefully will showcase in what I put out in the future once I, you know, don't have that 9-to-6 job.
I'll definitely be looking forward to that. I wanted to say that one of your songs about strong women was really inspiring.
Wow.
Can you tell me more about how you wrote it, how the songwriting process was done? Was it a one-day thing, a long process? Like, I am not a songwriter, so I don't really know how you do all that.
It's crazy because there's like no views on that song. And so I didn't even know anybody looked at that. So thank you. And so I guess, so like I said, I don't play instruments. I picked up the guitar when I was in senior year, but I like, you know, didn't know anything about notes or anything like that. And I think for guitar, if you start out, anybody can play. They say guitar is the easiest to pick up because you can, you know, just hold the chords down and kind of just strum. And most pop songs or, you know, mainstream songs that kind of just follow that pattern. And so what I did was, you know, I would go on the like ultimate tabs and stuff like that and like practice. That's kind of, you learn the chords and then you just kind of play with it. And then at some point I just started like making up my own, like putting my fingers on to hear whatever sounded good. And and that's kind of how the inspiration of the song came about. And I was really, I guess really depressed at that time because the song's about strong women, and it's about, I have a single mother, you know, divorced, and then I have a sister, and so, you know, we're not financially like very wealthy, and I was at a point where, you know, my mom paid for my entire tuition. I was super blessed, and I was just like super thankful at that time, but also I wanted to, in that song, I'm kind of just saying thank you, you know, like you guys have been the strong women when there's no men around, and I feel so helpless because I'm the youngest in the family, and they always say, you know, when your dad's not there, you're supposed to be the man of the family, but, you know, they're older and they're more responsible. I'm still naive at that point. And so they were able to, you know, take care of me as strong women, my sister and my mom. And I think that was just kind of the dedication to that song. Yeah.
I think it's a really powerful song, and I was listening to it around Mother's Day, so
Thanks.
I felt like it was a really appropriate one, and I hope it does get more views in the future. We'll put it up on our website, and
Thanks.
hopefully it'll become a huge hit.
Why don't we have them perform another song for
Sure.
us, and then afterward we can, group back together
Sure.
and say like our final words. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so why don't you two
Cool.
head out there?
All right.
And so they'll say a little bit about the song that they're going to sing, which I'm excited about. Before they did a cover of Ellie Goudling and Kanye West, which was really good. Maybe we could post on the archive if we haven't heard it or if you weren't able to catch it.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be up, and very excited to hear that. It'll be a great time, especially since that we're covering a ukulele, Proud of Loudness.
You're not a god, but I believe in you. You're not invincible, no, no, no. Doesn't mean you stop what you do. And nobody ever should ever dare knock you down. But if they do, yeah, I'll pick you up from the ground. Yeah. You're the kind of girl that cares so much about everybody else. Ain't got time for yourself. Let me watch over you. You never want the help from nobody else. I can never tell if you get time for yourself. Well, you should know that I see you, but nobody sees the things that you do. And beauty's mistaken for people who take for granted the people like you. I will notice you. You feel like the world is sitting on your shoulder, and it seems like nobody seems to understand. There's nothing wrong for asking for help when it's from someone you don't even notice. Yeah. Well, I see you, but nobody sees the things that you do. And beauty's mistaken for people who take for granted the people like you. I will notice you. Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit more and then we'll clean up. But thank you so much for coming. That was such a great song. That was actually the song that they performed at Spring Sing, I believe. Yeah, last year. So repping them.
So how was the whole songwriting process for that?
It was a lot easier than writing Strong Women by myself, because I had Eric, who's like phenomenal at guitar and piano, and he's played like his whole life. And so I was able to collab with him, and we worked together, like I said, during AGC Talent Show. And how did it go? Yeah, we kind of just sat down, and I have an R&B influence, and he's got like I said, jazz blues influence, and we kind of just jammed around. And I don't know. I had that first two lines in my head. You're not a god, but I believe in you. That it started with that, and then when I sang that, he kind of just had the tune that followed with it. I guess accompanied it, and we kind of just carried it like that. Surprising, but we wrote that song like really quickly.
This whole time we forgot to mention that there's also a very important person in this room.
Yeah, Joe.
What's up, guys?
So this is Joe Chen. He's also Mega Sigma Tau with me, and he's a really good piano player. He's the one you saw.
Thank you.
Yeah, and how many years have you been playing, Joe?
I started playing since kindergarten.
Wow.
Yeah, level like 10. I guess have like those tests or whatever. What is that?
Level 10?
Yeah.
The highest you can get?
Yeah, so.
Or like level 99.
Is it level 99?
No, like Pokemon.
Oh.
He's gotten there. Like that point at Pokemon when you just can't level up anymore. It's kind of sad.
Right.
It's
You can't evolve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't do anything. It's like, okay, max stats, nothing else.
No, I totally understand that. So I rock candied my way up there, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At least you didn't use a cheat code like Pelican.
Pelican? What was
Yeah,
that?
okay. That will totally just like ruin your whole game experience. Don't cheat. It's not
Oh,
worth it.
no, I did, dude. A Dream Shark.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
I
Okay,
did
Game
that.
Shark.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
Game
what you
Shark.
mean.
Oh, Game
Yeah.
Shark. Yep, no, I did that. And that's the only way to get Mew. I remember.
Surprisingly, for a show about Asian American interest, this is the first time we've mentioned Pokemon this whole freaking year.
That's crazy.
But you're nothing like a Jigglypuff. I assure you, don't put people to sleep at all.
Are there any Pokemons that like sing? Oh yeah.
Jigglypuff.
Oh right. But
Jinx.
That Jinx. What does
Jinx is the Beyonce-looking one.
Yeah.
It's controversial because she used to have black skin, but people were offended by that, so they said, oh, it's blackface. So if you watch Pokemon, Jinx has black skin in one episode, the next skin, she's purple.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Michael Jackson move, except instead of going whiter, he goes purple.
Yeah.
Jinx is a female, for what I think. There's a lot of episodes that didn't make it to the American air, but because I'm a nerd, I guess I know this stuff.
Nice.
Cool. So what should we watch out for next? What are you up to in the next year or two? Is there a video coming out, or is this a pause for now?
I don't know. What do you think? Should we cover that last song we just said? Should we make a video for it? I don't know. It takes a lot of time, but hopefully probably at least a cover.